A little closer to home tonight, more questions are surfacing after yesterday's lockdown at Henrico County's Wilder Middle School. Some parents want to know why it seems police response was limited compared to last week's lockdown at Glen Allen High School. That's when armed SWAT members were seen in classrooms. CBS 6's Shelby Brown went to get an explanation today. And Shelby, what'd you find out?
Well, Lorenzo, first we should mention that Henrico police have arrested and charged that 13-year-old with bringing the gun to school. Still, parents, as you mentioned, have many more questions. So we took their questions to Henrico County Police and also to the Henrico County school system. A spokesperson there, Andy Jinks, telling us that the safety of their students and staff is our top priority, and we're pleased to have such a strong support from Henrico Police. Parents at Wilder Middle School are still a bit shaken after yesterday's gun incident. Tina Murdoch says she just can't get past the fact that she first found out about the gun being on campus from the news media.
This was dangerous, this boy having a gun.
Today, Murdoch and other parents have questions about how the incident was handled by the school system and Henrico Police. Several CBS 6 News viewers questioned, even compared the heavy police presence at Glen Allen High School a week ago to the scene at Wilder on Monday afternoon when a gun was actually in the building. Henrico schools and police didn't take specific questions from CBS 6 News about their response strategy. We turn to retired veteran law enforcement expert Steve Neal, who says there's a stark difference between the two.
In this case, you've got one individual where the information was that that individual was distraught and that that individual was had the means to carry out a threat, and the fact that that individual planned to do harm to someone else. Under those circumstances, you're going to have a much higher threat level. The second situation, then, you've got information that a person has a weapon in possession, but there's no indication of any harm, there's no indication of any threat.
Parents say, though they're still uneasy about how it all unfolded, they're still grateful students cared enough to speak up and report it. Now, we should mention that a short time ago we did receive a quote from Chief Middleton in Henrico County. He echoed some of the same information that you heard our law enforcement expert Steve Neal talk about, but he also mentioned this quote. He says the police response yesterday to Wilder Middle School and the response last week to Glen Allen High School were appropriate based on the information that we had at the time, end quote. Now, the chief also goes on to say that they will be working closely with the Henrico County Commonwealth Attorney to determine whether or not additional charges will be filed. Of course, CBS will keep you posted on that and bring you the latest. For now, we'll send it back to the studio.
Bye.